What is going on here? I'm alive. Hello. It's been a while. I've got to skip some videos. I just went to wash the unit, but the machine has no diesel in it, no heat, and no soap in it, so it's pointless washing it. So for some reason, only my wagon seems to get used when I'm not here. Everyone else's wagon seems to stay exactly where it is. So mine's the one that gets absolutely filthy inside and outside. So not too chuffed with that, if I'm honest. Which one do I want? Oh yeah, and by the way, this I sound like I'm moaning already. I am. 363, that one. So this trailer, I'm supposed to be picking up a fully loaded trailer from the yard and heading down south of it, but it appears the driver couldn't be bothered to go and get it loaded, or they messed up, and I have to go and get it loaded now and then head down south. So I don't know if it's on a Friday, by the way, so I'm not sure if it's going to be accepted. But anyway, enough of the moaning. That's my moaning out the way. My moaning quota is now used. Don't go down. It started to annoy me, this truck, because he keeps going down as soon as you connect to a trailer. Oh, rise! So I've just tried to clean the windscreen, but I mean, it's just disgusting. Right. Yep, connected. I've already checked the trailer brake is actually on, by the way. Lift that tag axle up, that mid lift up. Why won't it let me? Lifting denied. It's an empty trailer, you should do. Okay. Won't let me lift it. Right, neutral, handbrake on. Gloves. I've not done the steering wheel clean test yet. I will do that in a moment. I'll show you how dirty it is. Actually, the driver that's been in here, I think if it's the driver I'm thinking of, he's actually alright. And the inside of the cab is actually clean, but it's not the one I think that I worry about. It's other drivers. So let's have a look. No, it's not bad. Not bad. So yeah. So someone's been driving it, not this week, last week, and they got the seatbelt so dirty. I have this white t-shirt on and I have a line across it now. Well, I did last week. Yeah, they've been using gloves while I've been driving, and it's taking the laminate off the steering wheel. So now I don't know if you've ever driven a truck where it's got like bits are coming off the steering wheel. It's because people are wearing gloves. The oil transfers onto the wheel, and it destroys it basically. Right, I'm going to hook up to this trailer. I'll stop bloody moaning and then we'll get on with the day. Oh, we're going to Andover first. We have a check light on. What is the check light for? Let's what is a check light? ABS 1. let's drive round there and see if it clears it. Sometimes clears it after a short drive. Well, just left the first customer, well, collection. So, where was I? Oh, that's it. I've picked up a trailer, the empty. I took it to get loaded. It was a swap trailer basically, and this so it's already preloaded. And now I'm on the way down to Andover and somewhere else, Salisbury, and we're a bit late. Not my problem. Well, it is my problem, but it's not my doing. I mean, I'll tell you what I did just do though. I had the when I dropped off the other trailer, the cables were tangled, the fuses were tangled, so I untangled them, and somehow managed to leave the yellow airline connected, and it weren't connected for very long when I drove off, that's for sure. I did hear something, I thought, what was that? And I looked back at the trailer in the mirror, I thought, well, can't see anything wrong there. Luckily I carry a spare Susie's. Right, I'm going to move over here because everyone just darts in and anchors on. It's coming off of Carrington. So it's going to be about 4 hours and 10 minutes of driving to get to the first place. We're supposed to be there for 10 AM. We're not going to get there for 10. I'm already on 45 minutes of driving. So we're going to have a 45 minute on the way down there. So anyway, yeah, I just stopped for fuel because there was none in it. And blue, we're near enough full, so that'll do. You join me after I've just had a little snooze. There's my alarm to get up. Stop. Someone asked where I got that phone holder from. I shall provide a link in the description. It's not French, it's on Amazon. Right. I should have put the sunroof closed. Oh, empty gap, let's go. Happy days. I'm on the A34. Empty gaps aren't, they're few and far between. Well, we're somewhere here. We're in Andover. Welcome to Andover. Down here somewhere.
After 200 yards, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit Downey Way, then turn right.
I like how they put these signs here, like showing you what's what and where it is, but you can never stop to look at it.
Then turn right. After 100.
Radar vehicles only, supply vehicles only. Oh, are we supposed to come in from the other direction? That's not the best design, is it? Ugh. A holding bay. See, we're only a few inches above their heights, but it says on the wall there you must declare it now, so I did. It'd probably be fine to be honest, but so we said there's a stow bar waiting to go on, which I see there. So we'll go next to that one. Bay 3's empty, I don't know whether they don't put him on Bay 3. Maybe it doesn't work. Right, let me sort the paperwork out because it's a bit messed up. So, hand over, delivery note 1 of 2, delivery note 1 of 2. Okay. Hand over 1 of 2. That's bit force different 1 of 2. So how many 1 of 2s do I want? One of 2. What? 1 of 2. What is going on here? Right, that is Salisbury. Salisbury, what? 2 of 2. So I want Salisbury. Hand over Salisbury. 2 of 2. So that's Salisbury. Happy days. I think there should be another one of them as well. Hand over 1 of 2. Hand over. One of 2, and over 1 of 2, and over 1 of 2. Well, that just doesn't make sense, does it? Forgot to put the camera on when it was going on the bay. So, this is quite a refreshing change. This is where I'm at, Ocado, whatever it's called. The staff are friendly. The driver's waiting room is spotlessly clean. There's 2 vending machines, drinks and chocolates, whatever snacks. The toilets are absolutely immaculate, which is very rare for an RDC because normally drivers get the rubbish pretty much. So well done Ocado or Ocado, however it's pronounced. I think it's Ocado, isn't it? I don't know. Well done. Spot on at this one anyway. So I missed the turning. Missed the turn into the place, and now I don't know how long it's going to take before it gets to turn around because it's just stop start. I'm hoping it's just these traffic lights that are causing the stop start traffic, but I don't know if I'm going to turn around yet. Yeah, there's no traffic straight ahead, so I need to, it's quite a busy road, so I can't really just back it in somewhere. Don't know where to go. Well, the sat nav's going to be some obscure turnaround place. I mean, ideally it would be great to cut through there, but it's a school and I don't really want to do that.
After 400 yards, turn right, then at the end of the road, turn left.
I don't think it's going to be suitable. In fact, I know it's not. I can see it from here. It's not. That! It was me to turn around that.
Turn left.
There's not going to happen now.
Turn left, then turn left.
Can't do it, love.
A338.
Can't do it, love. Give me something else. I need something else.
Then turn.
Can I turn it here? What have got? Is that no entry? I can turn it in there. Nah, can I? Yeah, it should be alright. Take it very wide. These cars get out of the way. Trailer. Let's go. Well, I just got a phone call. Cancel that. They won't accept it. Don't tell me I've got to turn around again. No, I just spoke to the office and I said, well, I'm definitely out, I'm here now, do you want me to try it? They said no, they said they will not accept it, so let's spin it back round.
12 minutes faster. Do you want to take
it? Actually, it's saying go straight on, it's faster.
After 300 yards, go around the roundabout and take the third exit, A338.
So I'm going to let you go. Yeah. Straight on is faster. Right, well, we'll go straight on then.
Smack of the golem's footsteps. Without warning, his body was lifted from the ground. No, not lifted. Rather, his body stood on its own, without any input from him. Then he began marching to a massive view screen. All the stars of space shone across this void. Some were painfully bright.
So I've been looking where I can park. I'm on 3 hours and 45 driving now. If I was to have another break. Hello. So, I'm not going to be able to make it to Warwick Depot. I found somewhere on the sat nav which will put me. It'll have 10 minutes of driving spare, so he's cutting it fine. I've spoke to my yard and I need to get it to Warwick before 6 AM. After 6 AM there's no loaders there tomorrow, so they must be doing the night shift. So I need to get there before 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it's an early start tomorrow for me. Bloody roads. So it's it's only about an hour's drive, which means I'll have to get ready and prepare the truck at around about 4:45, so I need to be on the clock at 4:45. Gives me a chance to do the paperwork, do the daily check, and then an hour to get there. So maybe even 4:30. In fact, 4:30 is probably better because I need to get there before 6. Sorry. So yeah, give it a little bit of leeway. So 4:15, I'm gonna be on the clock tomorrow morning, and that'll give me an hour to get there. It'll give me time to do my daily checks in the morning, and it'll also give the person when I get there time to unload it if they finish at 6. So yeah, if I get up early, I'll probably just go earlier. And then tomorrow it is going empty to Pontyclun, South Wales, and that is for somewhere in the Republic of Ireland. So not sure what port that's going to, but I'm not going to have a ton of driving time tomorrow after going there, going to Warwick, going to Pontyclun and then heading north. I'm guessing it's probably going to be going out of Holyhead. I don't know yet, I'll receive a text in a bit. Right, there's a lay-by down here somewhere. I don't think I've stopped in it, but I've saved it on my sat-nav as lay-by deep, which means it's off the road, probably lined with trees or something. So hopefully it's quiet. Hopefully there should be space. It's a Friday, and most trucks don't work on weekends, so they should be all right. Half a mile. I'm on 4 hours and 18 of driving for this period, and I've got.
After 3/4 of a mile,
So it's
turn
about
left,
2 minutes.
A40 London Road.
That's telling me that I've got to pull over shortly.
You've reached your waypoint. It's on your left.
Have I parked here before? There's a possibility I have parked here before, you know, but not overnight. Oh good, there's loos there. Hopefully they're open and I'm gonna have good crap. Right, whack that on brake. Actually no, I've got paperwork to do, which is put it out of range, that way I can't knock it into gear. Pen. Where did I put my pen? This pen just ran off. So it's been a bit of a boring day, really. There's not much, I can't really see much footage being on here, if I'm honest. I'll probably get rid of most of the boring bits and leave you with the other boring bits. So, oh, 50p. Happy days. James May over there in a RAV4. Right, see you in the morning. Morning. Let's go. It's a bit chilly, why? My vents are on cold. Right, let's go. It is 4:26. Bit cold last night. I'm sure the sunroof was left it open. It was a bit warm last night. Couldn't really. It took ages to get to sleep. So. Right, I'll wake up and come back to you later. Laters. Why is the sat-nav gone off? Oh, I turned it off, didn't I? It's enough for these Duvenbecks in here. Loads over there, loads there, loads coming in. Snotty nose this morning.
To your destination, Cape Road.
Morgan McLaren. Isn't that Colina now? Right, just want to get this off. Go find a victim. Hopefully not buggered off home. High vis. I need a high vis. Where's my high vis? There we go. I found an empty. So I'm just going to drop this on the bay here. I've opened the curtain. Well, I've unlocked the curtains. The guy here is like, yeah, I'm ready for going home. So if you want to drop and find an empty, that's fine by me. So that's what I've done. I found an empty. Double checked it's available for use. It is. So I'll put this on the bay here so they don't have to mess around. They don't have to mess around putting it on the bay to unload it later or on Monday. Curtains undone, ready to go, so save them a bit of time. In the lines, because you never know what's going on it. No fault. Good. Brake check. See the reflection of the lights on the trailers behind. They work. Good. Same height trailer, yeah. I think you need a key for this, you know. Right, I can see at the windscreen now. I missed one fly though. Yeah, never mind. So let's go. 2 hours and 14 minutes. Two hours and 40 minutes. Which way are you taking me up to come back down the M5? I would imagine that's the correct way. One has arrived.
Turn left, then you have reached
Shut up! You're taking me to the wrong place. 3 hours and 40 minutes of driving. 9:07 AM.
Turn left.
I've had a shut up.
Reached your destination.
I've had a 15-minute break already, so we'll get loaded in. We'll drive for a little bit, and we'll have another half an hour break, and we'll crack on towards Holyhead. I have to check my phone. I don't know if I've got a reference for this.
After 100 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Maybe I'm too early. I don't see many cars here. I don't know if I triggered the gates by walking up to them or not, but it's still ringing. It's going to go on bay 6. That's what you usually go on. To adjust the trailer height at the back because it's too low for this bay. Too high, I can't remember. Too low, I think. Yeah, I think it is. I'll just double check. Got a reference ends in 1078. Okie doke. See if I mess up this. You usually have to take about 4 shunts on it, I don't know why. open the doors. Right, there's a fly in here. I'll have the windows and doors open. Oh, it's gone out. No, it's come back in. I'll have the windows and door open to get it out, and it's just stupid. Right, tank dropped. Well, mid-lift dropped. Air's built up. We're all strapped down. One thing I do want to do is just quickly put my nets up. 5 hours and 15 minutes of driving. Not gonna make that today. Wind noise. Oh, get out, fly. No one likes you. Out. It's gone. Shut the window quick. I didn't expect that to be that big. Although I did come in and think that was a bit big. Right, I've got 50 minutes of driving. Do you know what? There's a possibility I can get close to it today. But anyway, I'm gonna stop and have a break anyway. Ball in. Morning, everyone. I forgot to put the camera on last night and say, this is where I'm parking up, this is what I'm doing. So, you get it this morning instead. Not woken up yet. I'll go back to you after a coffee. Morning. I probably should have forgot. No, I don't probably should have forgot. That doesn't make any good English. I speak England. I probably should have got some fuel yesterday because I've got like 60 miles in the tank, which is nothing. Yeah, I need to get some fuel. I've still got about 100 miles to go to drop this trailer off at the port and pick one up from the port. Go to near Chester with that one and unload there, reload out of Manchester, and then I'm running down to Brighton. So this is this day 2 for me? What day is it today? So I've started on Friday.
Red light.
It's Sunday today, so this is start of day 3, and I've only done 785 miles. Not bad. Hasn't done anything. Well, I've just put some fuel in. I've just put 2 gallons in, or about, what's that, about 10 litres, something like that. And it's giving me an extra 20 miles. Yeah, I don't quite trust 100% what the truck says I've got left in the tank. You've usually got a bit more, but you never know. It could be like a daft and go the other way and got less. So yeah, I just put cash in. Paid cash for some fuel. Literally, it's only like 20 quid's worth, but it's just enough because the fuel station I need to use my company's fuel card is now 47 miles away, and I've got 71 miles in the tank according to this, so I've got a bit more than that anyway. But it was showing that I only had about the same in fuel to get to it, so I thought I can't risk it. I'm gonna have to put some fuel in it. Fuel stop. I have 2 gallons left in the tank. Right, let's get some fuel for the truck and some bacon for my belly. Get in my belly.
Turn right Felhead Road. You have reached your waypoint.
It does annoy me sometimes when you come here and the access for where HGVs get fuel. Lots of people park the cars there and think it's fine because there's a gap. No, we need it. You can't jump over your car.
At the end of the road, turn left, A4244.
You all park along down here.
Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit, A5, towards Holyhead.
All down here. Wouldn't be so bad if they parked to that bit there, but on the right, but they don't.
Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit. At the end of the road,
I wonder if you
turn
use
left
two.
on
Shut
the
up!
road,
I wonder if you
then
use two
go
of the
left
pumps,
on the
it'll.
roundabout and take the first exit.
Why? Why do you have to tell me twice? I could do with jackets. It's probably a little bit chilly out there. Right, that is 102 gallons chucked in it. That just cost £810. Well, 807, but close enough.
Turn left, Head Road. Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
Just waiting for it to recalculate how much it thinks I've got left. Based on the current weight and my current driving.
Left on the roundabout and take the first
It says
exit.
838, but see, normally on a light trailer, it's about 1,200 miles for the amount I put in.
After 100 yards, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit, A55. Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
So I'm dropping this trailer off. I've just gone through the messages and they told me to collect one and where to take it. They failed to tell me what trailer and the reference to collect it. So I don't know what I'm collecting. So I'm going to have to give them a call. I've been trying to ring them, but they must be on the phone, it's constantly engaged. So I'm going to have to try and get hold of them and see what I'm picking up. It's a bit foggy out at sea there. I can hear the fog horns going. If they're letting cars stack up as well, that means it's going to be busy coming out soon. This one needs to be dropped off in lane F, which is the last one. Beep, beep. Oh, the boat is there. I can just about see it. Right. Where did I put my high vis? No, it's not there. Oh, it must be up here somewhere. genuinely don't know where it's gone. How could you lose a high vis? I mean, it's high vis. I'll have to use this coat for now. But whilst I'm waiting to get in touch with the office, I'll go and grab a coffee and I'm going to shit. I don't need a good shit really. I'm going to grab a coffee though. Right, I've got the trailer number. I didn't know. 8085. Out the way, seagulls. Move, you dingbat. Fly, you've got wings. Don't walk, you get squashed. 8085 I'm looking for. Must be a new one, that. Could be down at the other end. 8032, 8063, 8097. No, that's not the one we want. Here it is. 4.5 meters, 14.9. I'm going to drop the mid lift now because it's gonna do it anyway. So this has got on it a load of empty glass bottles, which will be filled up with beer. Unfortunately, we don't pick up the beer, but we just drop the glass bottles off. It's weird actually. So the glass bottles come from Ireland. They get filled with liquid in the UK, and then they go back to Ireland. Well, they go everywhere, but they also go back to Ireland as well. So if you're drinking a bottle of, say, I don't know, Budweiser or something in Ireland, the glass is probably from Ireland and the beer's brewed in the UK. Well, the rest of the UK. I really don't know where my high vis has gone. I have to wear this awful thing.
Audible. Blackstone Publishing presents Dark Abyss by Anthony J. Melchiori. This book is read by Bradford Hastings. Chapter 1. Commander Tag Brewer stood in the bridge of the SRES Argo, staring out the view screen at what he prayed would save humanity from utter destruction.
Found it! It was in a drawer. I don't know why I put it in a drawer. Anyway, I've had a break. Onwards. It's getting a bit warm. So we've got another 43 minutes to get to this destination, and we are going to be, sun's on that, 1 hour ahead of schedule, which is what I said about earlier. So should be alright with that on a Sunday. But you never know, sometimes you can be in there, this one for an hour, sometimes it can be a lot longer. Well, I've just gone in there and he's not giving me an explanation. He's just like, we're not tipping you. It's like, he said, I said, why? Because we can't tip you. Go and drop the trailer off down at the trailer yard. I was like, but I need this trailer. Yeah, it's not my problem. That is exactly what he said. So I'm just waiting on instructions now to see what's going on. But I've never had that before. Just, it's not my problem. Why can't you tip me, mate? But look, all these are going in now. These will be getting tips. Update. That seat, I've been laying on the bed waiting for a phone call. That seat is hot. Wow. Anyway, update. So this company we're delivering to, the company that supply these have basically just shoved the goods on this trailer, sent it over to us to deliver it. These have already told the company they've no storage for it, don't send it. They've sent it anyway, so now it has to go in deep storage until the goods are actually somewhere to actually put the goods ready to be used on the production line. So it's not these guys' fault. It's somebody at another place, and they neglected to tell us. So anyway, right, let's go and find this trailer. Apparently it's right on the front row, so should be no messing around grabbing it. Seems to be quite a few trucks here. I wonder why mine's always not going out and all these trucks are sat here. Oh, it is, it's right in the front as well. Look at this parking here. Right, so behind this one on the right, there's a gap. That's just been dumped there. People just can't be bothered, and then there's one dumped here because they can't be bothered parking it properly. That one's too close to that one.
Langford Way, then at the end of
I just don't get why drivers can't be bothered. Oh, look at this here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spaces there. But there's still one in front of them. So this is gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna get this trailer out now because there's no way I can wind the legs up. It's too close. I'm gonna have to drag it out, pretty much. I can't even get down there to put on the shunt button. So it's empty. This. I'm trying to get it at an angle where I don't get the other trailer at the side of it. Right, it's literally a few inches away from the other trailer. So I'm going to have to connect and drag. I have to watch my mirror on it, that's how close it is. Well, according to my dashboard, it's 7 inches away. Yes, I'm dragging the trailer with the brakes on because I can't even get there to turn the brakes off. Right. What's going on with this parking? It's ridiculous. I had to delete the last clip because I left it on for some, I left the camera recording, so bugs the rubbish. So I've just decided to delete the whole clip.
After 1.2 miles, take
so what I was probably doing was complaining that the trailer was too close to the other one, and I had to drag it out. That's all I was complaining about, really. I had to drag it out. Couldn't reach the brakes on it, so I had to drag it out. Tyres squealing. Not ideal, to be honest. That's what you want to do. But if you can't get out, you can't get out. I do believe that is the trailer I need. Looks like there's someone driven into it at the back of it, at the front of it even. Right, that's strapped down. It is 5 hours away. So, what would like for driving time today? Tachograph. The trailer appears to have developed a small leak. I just stopped at the service and I was like, what's that noise? So I went and investigated, and it's leaking out of one of the air tanks. It looks like the weld on the air tank. I've seen it before on trailers where it's like a pinprick. But I mean, it's all right whilst you're driving at motorway speeds. I wouldn't like to go into London with it like that. So anyway, I'm heading to Tamworth. There's a place there where I can park. Well, just park up on the industrial estate, and then in the morning, hopefully, my maintenance guy's going to try and get the guy to come in and or know that I'm there in the morning, so get the tank replaced straight away. Either that, or just put a blob of weld on it. Yeah, it must be the tiniest pinprick, but when you switch the engine off, the air's gone within 5 minutes. So it's not an emergency where, you know, I'm going to lose all brakes, because I can see I've constantly got the gauge on my dashboard anyway. So it's fluctuating slowly, so I'm going to get there. It's like a boat, really. So the boat's taking on water, but the bilge pump's pumping enough out, it's not really sinking, is it? So that's kind of the thinking with that. Anyway, this place I'm going to is half an hour away. So
after 1.2 miles, take the exit 6.
I didn't want to stop in the services, and
Maxi Dave Shop.
for that.
Alright, cheers, see you in a bit, bye bye.
Bye.
After 200 yards.
Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the video. Oh, tired. The sun is very bright this morning.
1491 for 3.5 miles.
So today we are going down to Brighton. We probably should have been a lot closer today than we are now, but it is what it is. We ended up in Tamworth because it's nowhere near Brighton. Ended up in Tamworth because I've got an air leak on one of the air tanks on the trailer. So I've been told to come to this place that's...
I'm listening.
I didn't say nothing to you. Go away. Stop listening. Go away. Go.
Say the listen.
Shut up. Right, so I'm inside Sainsbury's, even though I've got no delivery to Sainsbury's whatsoever today. I don't know where this place is. He just pointed somewhere down here. I'm guessing that might be it there. Or VMU right. No entry. Ooh, nice stacks on that Scania. Check out her stacks. Right, let's go and find someone. My diagnosis is, and some of you have probably already been shouting this at the screen, it needs a new air tank. You can't weld the air tanks, apparently. I'm guessing you have to be pressure tested, and it's probably a lot easier just to replace it. But if it's got a hole in one place, it's probably got a hole in another place as well, isn't it? So I'm going to put it in the workshop. Wait for the air to build up. That's all. Better take the trailer brake off, that would have gone on automatically. Which one is it? I hate driving over pits. We're good to go. We'll have a new air tank. Hey, they're very efficient at this place. Even though they said they're busy. Welcome to Brighton. Am I going left here? I am going left. I think. Am I going east or west or once I get off?
827 towards Hill, then keep right.
That answered it. East. I think I may have been to this one before.
400 yards, keep right, then cross the roundabout.
And it's if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's a bit weird. Like you come down like an alleyway. Alright, we have had 32 minutes break. Make sure no one sneaks up behind. No, they haven't. Good. A Stobart's just gone up there, so I'll have to wait for him to be unloaded first now. It's not really a problem. Get paid by the hour. I've just done a Google review for this place and I've put the title as Truckers, and I've basically, I need to sort the trailer out, and I've basically put the title as Truckers and I've just given them 3 words and the road they need to come in off and time to come in by Argos. Because if another driver's googling it, then he'll spot that and hopefully gives me a thumbs up. I just said basically head for the loading bay of Argos and the road name, and I put the what 3 words on there. If you don't know what 3 words are, Google it, but it's brilliant. It gives you the exact spot you need to be at, like down to the square metre. Are they rebuilding it? Oh, he's not actually gone in there yet. It is tricky. What's the height? That's what I want to remember. I can't remember the height for it. Yeah, there's a wheelie bin in the way. It's not the best place to put a wheel, not a wheelie bin, a bin. Ah, there's a truck waiting to come out now as well. It's like, you won't get in here, mate. It's 15'2", so 15'5", so 15'3". Oh no, you won't get in, so they've been in before. So now he said, oh, you have to reverse in. No, we're all good, so I'm just gonna, I don't know why he wants me to reverse in. I don't know why he wants me to reverse in. I've been there before. This is 15'3" trailer and that's 15'5". That's 2 inches. He said lower. He said you'll have to lower the suspension. Well, if I lower the front, the back will raise. I don't think he understands it. Oh well, I'll do what he wants. If he wants me to back in, I'll do the awkward faffing around of going in there and backing in. That's no problem. It's easy to drive in and drive out. Right, we've discussed the trailer height and it's happy for me to proceed. So he's a bit warm. I've just said to him, just have a break, mate, chill out. He says, because the computers went down, the scanners went down. So just chill out, have a break, have a cup of tea or something. Problem is you can't see the trailer now because the curtain's in the way, so I'm going off judgment based on the dimensions of this truck that I know. I'm guessing right. So it's just on I was using my WhatsApp then on a group chat, and the guy in the forklift thought I was taking pictures of him and was like, no mate. again? Oh, right. Right. I've got my hand on the down button. Is it? Cheers, mate. I did drop it, so I need to raise it now before it scrapes on the floor. I did drop it because he asked, but I think it would have been alright, to be honest. Right, put air back in the trailer. Otherwise, I'm putting gouges in the road. Bit of a steep hill, this. Now we're going up to Kettering now. He'll hold on. Can't sat nav work out where we are. Do we go left or right? Left or right? Left or right? Good morning. Good morning. Are we still on the same video? Or have we made a new video now? I can't remember. No, I don't think we made a new video. I think this video is just 1 week's worth. It is. Close, open curtain. So, parked in this lay-by last night on the way up to the collection. Absolutely boiling hot. There's just no parts here because I was driving up this road and saw all these high trees. So I thought, right, that's because the sun was coming from over there. Oh, I've just realised something. Better. You should be able to see now. Can you see? Anyway, good morning. I better plug the camera in at some point, hadn't I? Would that reach? Let's go! Temperature's at 20 degrees. It stayed it was like 27, 26 at around about 11 o'clock last night. Some passes there then. Just couldn't sleep. So I've not had as much sleep as I normally do. I can smell the products being made. It smells nice. Bit of a delay. So don't know what the delay is, but it's going to be several hours before I can even hook up to the trailer and get gone. So I'm just going to sort my stuff out and probably have a snooze, and I'm getting paid for it. Happy days. This is the only job to do today though, is pick up this trailer, strap it down, take it to the yard, drop it off. So nothing else planned, so it's not really a major problem. But if you as an owner operator, this is what you do not need. This is bad. Waiting 3 hours for a load is pretty bad, because when them wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning. But as an employed driver like I am, it's not really an issue. I'm on hourly rate. If I was on day rate, it'd be different as well, because it's like, you know, you still get your set stuff to do, which will have a knock-on effect for the rest of the week. If this was my Monday, or my start of my working week, this would push me back for the whole entire week, and you're constantly playing catch up. And sometimes you never catch up and jobs have to get missed. Other times they pass the job on to someone else, or you manage to catch it up, but it's not good. Well, you'll have to excuse the noise. It's a bit warm. It's 29 degrees. The time now is 2 PM and I'm only just leaving now. That's how long it's taken him. I don't know what the problem was. It makes you more tired sat around doing nothing, to be honest. Sometimes it's great, but I mean, no, you don't want it for too long, do you? I mean, well, that is me almost back at the yard. We've done 1,600 miles this week. Just under that, but near as damn it. Just going to drop this trailer off, clean my stuff out of the cab, go home. Not putting fuel in, not putting AdBlue in. Not going to wash it because there's no point, because it seems to be every time I come back someone's been in the wagon, which is fine. It's not my wagon, it's the company's wagon, but oh, thought he was going to hit him then. But it'd be fine if the driver respected it and kept it clean, or cleaned up after himself. There's one driver that does use this wagon when his is not available, but he keeps it clean. It's always exactly, and I mean exactly, how you left it. If you left a pen in a certain place, that pen would still be in that same place. Let's see how full the yard is. It's still warm. Looks like there's plenty of spaces. Oh yes, there is. Look at that. And over here. Happy days. Should I do what some of the subbies do? Just spin around and drop it anywhere? No, I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that. I shall park it properly. I'll just go and check the distance to the behind, because I might be able to go back another 6 feet. I just can't tell from here. No, I can't go back 6 feet, I don't think. It's about a foot, so I'm going to come forward a little bit, because it allows someone to open the doors if he needs to look in then. Ah, great, there's a bin right there, perfect. Haha. So, I'll leave the video here. And I will see you on the next one. Thanks for liking. See you later. Bye.